Hi guys, it's Shelly. Sorry the lighting in here is really awful. My iPad is dead. Sorry, so I have to use my phone to make my update. So it is Thursday morning. I am getting dressed and getting ready to go to body pump and Zumba. I've been, let's see, it's been 2 weeks since my last update. So last time I saw you guys, I was 189.2, and today I am 191.8. So I'm up 2.6 pounds from last week, which was awful. I had a really bad week last week, so I'm, trying not to dwell on it this week, and I'm glad that I'm at 191 because earlier in the week, I think I saw like 196, which I know, when I eat really shitty, a lot of it is just like water retention. So I would think it's safe to say that at 191, I have a, legitimate 2.6 pound gain. So, yeah, trying to undo that. I remember at the beginning of last week, I didn't go off the deep end until like Monday. No, Monday was a very bad day at work for me, and it sent me into a tailspin. So I remember thinking last weekend, like, oh, I have to be so good this week because Valentine's Day is at the end of the week, and I want to eat, all the candy on Valentine's Day. So I need to be so good this week. Well, it turned into like, well, Monday you had a really bad day at work and you had a bad day, well, it's Tuesday, Valentine's Day is Friday, just, it's whatever. This week is whatever. No, that wasn't very good. That was awful. So, I don't know, I guess I know I did a bad thing. I have some insight as to why. Because I was really stressed out in work. It turns out that I accidentally worked overtime last week, which I got in trouble for. And not only did I get in trouble for, I am having the awful side effects of it because I am exhausted. I didn't work out last week. And yeah, so that's it. I had a bad week. Point blank, period. This week is a new week. I started back to fitness on Sunday after not doing anything most of last week. Sunday I ran 5K with Jen and Brad outside. Last Friday before that, I did it at the gym on the treadmill. And I used to love running on the treadmill, like before I ever tried to run outside. Because I just felt like I could keep going for so long. Well, the YMCA got new treadmills, and it says that it takes me like 45 minutes to run a 5K on the treadmill. But when I'm outside and I'm using my run, I usually run a 5K in like 37 minutes. Sorry, excuse me. So I don't understand, and it makes me really not like those treadmills on the YMCA. Because, like, I literally, the Friday before last, I ran for, like, 46 minutes straight. And they were like, yay, 3.1 miles. And I was just like, no, that's impossible. So, yeah. That aside, Monday, I did not work out. Tuesday, I did body pump and Zumba. And then afterwards, I ran 1 mile. Which, that's just been really nice. Like, I think I talked to you guys about that before. It's really nice just being like, oh yeah, I just worked out for 2 hours. Let me, I have a little bit left in me. Let me go run an extra mile. Let me do something like that. The week before when I ran the 5K on the treadmill, I had got done with Zumba class, so I did an entire hour of Zumba, and then I ran 3.1 miles, so it's really, the fitness is so rewarding. And I guess at a time like now where, for the past however many months, probably almost over 6 months now, I can't I work really hard to get into the 180s, and then I derail myself. And so, you know, for the past 6 months, I've been fighting the same like 5 pounds. And so when I'm not always seeing the scale being consistent, it is really nice to know that my fitness is good. You know, I'm a decently healthy person. Now I just have to get my weight to reflect that. So yeah, I'm just continuing to work on that. I have a non-scale victory, I guess. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. Where I've been working, I have to kind of sit out in the hallway and wait until people need me. And then I go in and do my job. And I literally am just sitting there for hours on end. And it's kind of uncomfortable. I'm like having to move around a lot. I'm like sitting Indian style in my chair. I'm putting my legs to my side. I'm like all this stuff. And, you know, obviously before I didn't have options for different ways to sit. It was, you sit one way because that's the only way you can sit comfortably without your limbs falling asleep. And now, you know, I'm like sitting and I'm like my legs are on my side and I'm like turned like this in the chair and like my shirt was up. And I didn't realize it was for a long time. And I was like, oh fuck, like I need to hide my fat, you know, like I'm sure my fat is sticking out. And then I went to like grab my shirt and it's like, there's no fat sticking out. I mean, like, do I have fat? Duh. Yes, I have fat. You can see it. But it wasn't overflowing out of my pants. It wasn't anything. Someone was just seeing my skin. So if anyone saw that, it wouldn't be embarrassing. And so that was a really interesting moment. I don't have too many times these days where I am surprised by my body because I've had this exact body for like 6 months. And so it's nice sometimes when I think about things. The other side, so not very positive things that I think are just like, they're super shitty. I know that people mean well, and I know that nobody is trying to be an asshole. But a couple months ago, I had to tell my boss at work that I had a lap band. I was having like some problems. I had to go to the doctor. I couldn't go to work that day. So I told her I had a lap band, blah, blah, blah. And last week at work, we had a day where like they made grilled cheese for everybody. And she went to hand me, we were in the break room, there was lots of people I work with in there. And she went to hand me an order form. It's like, oh, which grilled cheese, which bread, whatever do you want? And then she goes to hand it to me. And then she's like, oh, you probably don't want one. And to be fair, no, I didn't want a grilled cheese that day. However, it immediately caused everybody in the room to like look at me and be like, why don't you want a grilled cheese? Like, they're so good. I had like 3 of them. Why don't you want a grilled cheese? And I was like, oh, I don't really want to eat the bread. You know, sometimes my body doesn't handle bread too well. And then I thought, oh, that would suffice. Why can't you eat bread? What's wrong with your body? Are you on a diet? And then I said, I have a lap band. And it restricts how much food I can eat. And sometimes I don't eat bread very well. Oh. And then somebody says, I said, I have a lap band, I have weight loss surgery. Those are my exact words. Somebody looks at me and goes, did it work? And like immediately like this fire was like lit inside of me. Like, are you kidding me? Did you seriously just ask somebody like, did it work? Like, I'm sorry that I'm still, you know, like not a size 2. I'm sure that they were not trying to be whatever, you know, for all they know, this is the only size they've ever known me at my job. So for all they know, you know, this is the size I got lap band at. Maybe I electively went and got lap band when I weigh 190 pounds, you know. Maybe that's the case. I just think it was like so insensitive. Like, did it work? And that's not the first time somebody's asked me that. When I was at college at Gallaudet and I told somebody about it, they asked me the same thing. And, you know, when they said that to me, I said, yes, you know, I've lost a little over 90 pounds. And then everyone's like, oh, wow, that's so amazing. But just like, I don't know, like that question, it just like fucking cuts right through me. Like, I just feel like, I don't know. They didn't do it on purpose. They're not an awful person. They weren't trying to call me fat. They weren't trying to do anything. It just was really hurtful, I guess, like when I heard that. But I have to remember, like, to me, I'm a superwoman who lost all of this weight and I feel skinny as fuck on a regular basis. However, I'm still an overweight person to the average onlooker who didn't know me before, didn't never knew me at my highest or whatever. So yeah, that stuff doesn't get better, no matter how far along you go. And they were very impressed when I told them that I've lost 90 pounds. And so, like I said, they're not a bad person. It was just a shitty situation, I guess. So, I don't really have anything else to say. I worked way too much last week, and it made me do bad things in my personal life, and I need to not do that anymore. So I'm trying really hard to balance that. I'm gonna go eat a Quest bar and then head to the Y. And I hope you guys have a great week, and I'll see you later. Bye.